Greetings everyone, my name is Fulya Celikel Soganci. I work for KV331 Audio, which is a software synthesizer company based in Ankara, Turkey. I'm here today to introduce to you Synthmaster One and talk about its new features. I do the social media management and mobile products management for the company. I do not have much of a technical background in terms of coding. What I usually do is to run the advertising campaigns and make as much music as I can with Synthmaster One. Let's hear some familiar sounds, shall we? I often use the mobile versions we have too, but today my main topic will be the desktop version of our versatile synth. KV331 Audio produces two products that should be familiar to you, I hope: Synthmaster 2.9 in its current version and Synthmaster One, which is a younger sibling. It was coded in 2017 and marketed as a single page graphic user interface wavetable synthesizer that's running across multiple platforms. Since then, it's evolved into a powerhouse that has 1,250 presets, plus expansion libraries, and since it's running on pretty much all your devices, by cloud syncing and such, it will be easily your choice for synthesizing on the go, or it's rather stable and CPU friendly, so you can use it for live performance on your iPad. The best way to talk about sound is letting it speak for itself. That's what we often tell our users and just direct them in order to sample our factory presets to our SoundCloud. Here you can see many demos that have been made by the creators of these sounds themselves. And plus we have some new material here. These are very recent about the Synthmaster One expansions. We will expand this list still. I'm going to now play one of the audio demos for our Synthmaster One factory presets made by Microtuning, and accompanying will be our IMSTA experience. Just some samples from our exhibits from the past IMSTA events. Synthmaster One works as a plugin under any DAW. It can run as an AAX, as an audio unit, as an AUV3. It shares the same engine with Synthmaster 2, but as Synthmaster 2 has 4 oscillators in 2 layers, Synthmaster One is somewhat more intuitive and easier to use for people who are new into sound design. It's got 1,250 factory presets. That's a very big number, and not only that, those presets are designed by the top-notch sound designers who agreed to produce their best for us. Some of the names that I can count under this list is Venus Theory, Big Tone, Kevin Schroeder, Kurt Ader himself, whom I greatly admire. Synthmaster One has a single page graphic user interface. So everything you're looking for is under the same. Here you see our blue screen, which is resizable actually. So everything you look for in your synth is available here. I'm actually showing you under Studio One, my usual choice of DAW. Although they share the same engine, Synthmaster 1 and Synthmaster 2 presets are not the same. They cannot yet be imported and exported into each other. Synthmaster 1 has younger genres under its hood, such as trap or deep trance or future bass. If you are producing such contemporary music, you have to take a look at our impressive preset list. Let me give you a demo prepared by Venus Theory. This is running under Bitwig Studio, and everything you hear by Synthmaster One. So you do not hear percussions or anything from any other plugin instrument. Everything is Synthmaster One presets. I hope you liked what you hear. Actually, right now we have our autumn sale, which will give you Synthmaster One with all its factory presets for only $29. If you would like to go for both Synthmaster and Synthmaster One, that will be $49, and all these expansions are only like $4 each, your cup of coffee money. So it's the best time to really dig into that power. Actually, you can see my enthusiasm all right, but this is shared by a very big audience, which we were surprised to discover for Synthmaster One. Last year, we ran for the first rank in Music Radar's Best Software Synthesizer poll with Synthmaster 2. And we did, of course, what we can by asking our user base to vote for us and promote it by an advertising campaign, our product, what everyone does. What we didn't do was to promote Synthmaster One. Because we were asking everyone, oh, please vote for Synthmaster, not for Synthmaster One. And we were amazed when Synthmaster One came as the fourth best in that very impressive list where you have very big names, as you would discover. Here is just a little sneak peek on the screen. So Synthmaster One, without us boosting it, really proved to be a young but powerful synthesizer by its own right. And we were really amazed at the results. So where does all that power come from? Actually, with Synthmaster One, sound design is very easy and intuitive because it gives you visual feedback on what you do with the synth. This is a preset that I have designed myself, an organ. So exactly what is happening is shown in the little blue dots that vibrate on the screen. And the good thing is you can just pretty much modulate everything with everything. How is that possible? Let me show you from the scratch, from the beginning. First of all, we have two oscillators and everything is distributed on the screen in a mirror image form. So everything belonging to oscillator 1 is on the left hand side and everything that belongs to oscillator 2 is on the right hand side. You can just easily toggle them on and off, and also you can see from the routing what is being activated and what goes through what. In between you can see this screen which shows you the routing. We have the keyboard, you can reach the arpeggiator and the mode matrix from the same place under the screen. Here are the settings, or you can just right click on your oscillator to start and you choose a totally different waveform. Let me do just that. So first of all, we just initiate a preset. We start off with a regular wave, but what I will do is to turn on my second oscillator and put a wavetable inside. We have a wide variety actually. Let me choose a wavetable from Brian Tromso. Here's one that I rather like. You can actually change its index, change its phase, change its algorithm, which is actually quite handy. Pulse, bit crusher, we have it all. Let's thicken it by adding unisons, detuning them, spreading them wide. So we can switch on a sub oscillator. Already quite powerful, but we also have a wide variety of filters available, which are modeled after analog synthesizers that have been quite influential, such as Moogs, such as the Roland Juno series, such as Oberheim. This first one is actually a ladder that I'm going to show to you. This is the Moog filter. Let's do a low pass. I have to turn it on, of course. I'll change the cutoff point, add some resonance. Let's boost it. So already I'm halfway through my organ sound here. And there's so much to add. We can, of course, change the amplitude envelope. We can add LFOs. So do the velocity curve somewhat differently. I can add some glide or change altogether if you want your synth to function mono or poly. So from a lead to a pad to pretty much very realistic and organic sounding analog textures, you can just design from scratch. Besides the filters and the oscillators, we have some very cool modulation algorithm. For example, right now I'm going to modulate with the mod wheel the index parameter. Let me choose how much. So all you have to do is to drag and drop for the most part. And well, this just gives you so much ease and power when everything is on the same screen. You can also choose from here all these envelope types. Whatever you want to do is under your hands. You can just besides dragging and dropping by MIDI learn, also program the synth to behave however you like it to behave. Let me show you some of our effects. Actually, my favorite here would be the reverb. It's really very organic sounding, if you ask me. We have all the regular stuff, and you can actually adjust all of them just by clicking, quite easily manageable from within the synth itself. Another feature I'm sure you're going to find handy is that besides the built-in waveforms and wavetables, we let the users drag and drop their own wavetables. Here I have some serum wavetables, and all I'm going to do is to just drag and drop and say yes. So let me change my oscillator 1 and 2. Let's turn the oscillator 1 on. Let's get them free from each other so that the phases won't collide. So, well, if you are into sound design, you'll definitely find the power you would need in our product. I can vouch for that. And what about this one? By the way, the blue skin is not the only one we have. We have actually quite some choices. So this is identical to our iPad skin. You can change skin either globally or you can change it according to preset. We have a white skin, which is maybe more streamlined. We can scale and rescale them the way we like. So anything your eyes demand, we hope to accommodate. With the white skin, for example, it is easier to find what's happening since the dots are more apparent. also find myself very handy is our preset browser. You can find what you're looking for in a rather intuitive, easy way. So you can choose according to style, you can choose according to attributes, or you can choose according to what instrument it resembles. We have especially very good organs, and my favorite is of course the synth leads. The coding is pretty much the same with many a synthesizer. Those who are like keyboard instruments are labeled key, the LEDs are LDs or LADs, the pads are and plugs are also self-explanatory. Let's break with some music. I have already talked about some expansion banks that we have released this year. For Synthmaster One lovers, 2020 was paradise really, because we have expanded our arsenal of very well designed sounds by top-notch designers by about 600. Would like to show to you the arpeggiator, which is right now expanded to 32 steps, and it's totally programmable. You can actually drag and drop MIDI onto here, and it's going to play you that MIDI pattern. Right now let's try a 16 step with swing, and it's really rather easy to program. Choose from here which scale steps. Let me just make something very arbitrary at the moment, and here goes. As simple as that. So if you want to make music, Synthmaster is going to give you the handholds to really do it. Now, a very powerful feature we have, let me change skin to show you that, is that all these presets that you have made or you find to your liking, you can share with other users or switch between your devices to use them. On the go, you can design a preset with your iPhone or your iPad. Easily save it under your name or any other name that you might think of. You can create your own banks to do so, and then you can just export them to a public library if you like, or your own private compartment, so that you can share them between your devices. All you have to do is to sync your presets with the cloud. You can download the presets that other users choose to share with you from the public library. So once you sync your presets with the cloud, your newly designed preset is going to go, and you can find them, as you see, under your other device. As you know, we've hailed from Turkey, which means around us is a very diverse sound world that is not all the time chromatic. So we have implemented Synthmaster to have scalar support. This includes pretty much all the scales that you might think that belong to the East. So we have among the diatonic scales that we are all used to. From our settings, we can change the root note of your scale. Let me choose my root to be A4 right now. My keyboard is going to show me the possible scale steps for what I chose right now, which is a Hijaz mode from A4. So when I just play, so when I play that particular makam, the highlights and the microtuning is going to actually find its way into your music more intuitively. There are actually more scales. As you know, there are many cultures around the world that have their own scales. For 7-tone scales, we have obviously more, of course. So you can choose how your keyboard looks like from here. Let's choose a pentatonic scale if you like. A minor pentatonic scale. So the cool part is, depending on your key center, the highlighted notes are going to change. Therefore, you know what notes to use even if you do not know the theory. Let me change the center scale root note. Now I'll make this C. And you see different keys light up when I need to calculate minor pentatonic scale. Here goes it now. The coolest feature to the very end of this video. We have recently made a collaboration with Fishman Audio. Synthmaster One is included with every Fishman unit sold. What we do together is to have a multi-channel MIDI support to function flawlessly with a MIDI guitar interface. Let me show you this in action. This is a project that I designed, and I had my master guitarist perform for me a Dream Theater song. He's just the kind of man. What comes with this version number 1.4 is that we have a new global skin, the Fishman black skin, and there are some properties you can adjust from the setting. There is MPE or multi-channel MIDI support. You can actually let the synth know if it is to receive CC 126, 127 mono or poly. Therefore, you can redirect all your MIDI messages from each string of the guitar into a separate MIDI channel. And besides, well, as you saw from the example, we have some very interesting sounds and textures which come from the joining of the idiomatic way of playing the guitar and our synth sounds. Thank you for staying with us throughout this demo. We are very excited about the upcoming weeks. We will publish 2 more expansions for Synthmaster One, as I was saying. There is the beta version of Synthmaster 2.9.9, which comes with major architectural changes. And that's our harbinger of Synthmaster 3, which has been always a little bit intimidating for us too, and our users kept asking, when is it due, when is it due? Now we can confidently say it is due in 2021, and you are going to get a free update to 2.9.9 before that, which is going to really give you more architectural power in terms of sound design. And besides, well, everything bundle is deeply reduced right now, both on our webpage and by our distributors. We thank them too for letting us speak of our beautiful product. We thank IMSTA, Music Marketing, and Sweetwater, but most of all, we thank you guys for staying with us, for supporting us. This is going to be our Synthmaster 3 year, and we're anticipating with so much enthusiasm what you guys are going to do with our sounds and synth power. So I'm happy to have presented for you. See you next time.